Hello, everyone. In this session, we're going to work on the word cause. We're going to focus on cause, or in general, to cause something to happen. We're going to work and go through some good verbs and also a couple of phrasal verbs. The first word here is cause. To make something happen or make someone do something. Make someone do something. Smoking causes cancer. Means smoking is the cause of cancer. The lack of rain is causing problems for farmers. The crisis caused oil prices to go up dramatically. Dramatically. Dramatically means suddenly or obviously, usually suddenly. Next one. At first, the news caused people to panic. Caused people to panic. Well, in these two sentences, you can see that when we have cause, we can use to after that. To plus another verb. To go. To panic. Now, there are two notes here. Note one is cause is often used about bad things. Often. For example, high fat diets can cause heart disease. Fat diets can cause heart disease. And note two is cause is more formal than make. What is make? We can see it here. We have cause, we have make, almost synonyms, but make is less formal. Let's get to the first sentence. Plants need light and heat to make them grow. He was good at making people laugh. At making people laugh. And here we have another structure. Good at something. Good at something plus ing. Good at making. She is good at dancing. He is good at playing ping pong. The next sentence, the government's economic policies made it unpopular with voters. Made it unpopular with voters. Inventions such as the washing machine have made people's lives a lot easier. A lot easier. Now, I put something here. What makes you do this? What makes you do this? When you use make here as the meaning of cause, you do not use to. What makes you do this? To here is omitted. You can also see it here. He was good at making people laugh. We don't say to laugh. Plants need light and heat to make them grow. We don't say to grow. It's exactly opposite what we had here. We said cause people to panic, cause oil prices to go. But here for make we do not use to. Here we have another good verb, lead to. Lead to. To some extent, we can say result in. Lead to means to start a process that later makes something happen. The research could eventually lead to a cure for many serious illnesses. Eventually, finally. Lead to. Lead to a cure. Next sentence. Overfishing has led to a collapse in the numbers of tuna and cod in the Atlantic. Cod is a kind of fish. And cutting spending budgets will inevitably lead to poorer quality public services. When you say inevitably, means something has no escape. There's no escape for something. Certainly, definitely. Well, above we had lead to, below we have result in, which is a phrasal verb, result in, to make something happen, especially something bad. Many household fires result in death or serious injury. Low levels of vitamin D can result in a softening of the bones. Result in a softening of the bones. Softening comes from soft, and soft is the opposite of hard. The trial resulted in Oscar Wilde being sent to prison for 2 years. Oscar Wilde is a special name. Good, good so far. Here we have a simple yet practical verb, create. Create. Create is a transitive verb to make a condition, situation, problem, or feeling starting to exist. In the novel, McEwan creates an atmosphere of menace. Menace means peril, danger, threat. Atmosphere of danger, threat. Science and technology often create more problems than they solve. And the last sentence, the coach's job is to create the conditions for success. Create the conditions for success. Good, we have another phrasal verb here. Above we had result in, here we have bring about. Bring about. To make something happen, especially a change or an improved situation. The war brought about enormous social change. Enormous, very big. So far, all attempts to bring about peace have failed. All attempts to cause peace have failed. And here we have a formal phrase, give rise to. Give rise to. This is especially good when you're preparing yourself for the IELTS exam, IELTS writing exam, or preparing an academic paper for your university. Highly practical, give rise to. It's a formal phrase used when an event, action, etc. makes a feeling or problem start to exist. Makes a feeling or problem start to exist. Poor performance in exams can give rise to depression and even thoughts of suicide. Well, it can simply mean can cause depression. Next sentence, the announcement gave rise to violent protests in the east of the country. The announcement caused violent protests. And drinking unfiltered water can give rise to health problems. Another transitive verb, simple yet useful both for IELTS essays and academic papers, generate. Generate. To make a feeling start to exist and grow among a large group of people, for example, interest, support, or demand for something. The trial generated a lot of interest in the media, and Japan's economic success generated a huge demand for luxury goods. Luxury. Luxury. Be responsible for. Be responsible for. To be the person or thing that makes something happen. Well, this is a good phrase. The Human Rights Panel concluded that the military was responsible for killings, torture, and other abuses. When it's a noun, it is abuse, and when it's a verb, it is abuse. Abuse. Here is noun, so we say abuse. Abuse means misuse, misuse, mistreatment to some extent. Good. These particles are responsible for making new protein molecules. Protein molecules. Set off. Set off. A phrasal verb. Set off means to cause something to suddenly happen, especially fighting protests or debates involving a lot of people. So when we say set off, we have fighting, protest, and debate. It means it carries a negative meaning. The killing of Martin Luther King set off a wave of rioting across the USA. rioting, again, a negative meaning. The program set off a national debate about children's school meals. And last but not least, we have trigger. We have trigger, a very good word, highly useful. To make something suddenly start to happen, especially a bad situation such as a crisis or war or a medical condition. This is good, especially for medical students. Certain allergens can trigger an asthma attack in susceptible individuals. Trigger an asthma attack in susceptible individuals. This is asthma. Asthma, and this is susceptible. Susceptible means open to, vulnerable to. The next sentence, the First World War was triggered by a series of events. Was triggered by a series of events. Certain foods can trigger allergies. Certain food can trigger allergies. Basically, food is not countable. So when we say foods, it means different kinds of foods. And here we have the word allergen. Here we have the word allergies. And if it is allergic, use to after that. I'm allergic to garlic, for example. I'm allergic to onion. And the next sentence, the last sentence here, if oil prices keep rising, this could trigger an economic crisis. This could start an economic crisis. Thank you, everyone.